Yeah, it looks like I'm following you. We're friends. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, man?
How you doing, man? There he
Exhausted.
is. What type of content you making? Just strictly reselling stuff?
Well, yeah, I've been doing reselling for a long time. I'm what's known as an OG of this game. I've been doing it since '97 when I was 14.
Dang.
So, just to kind of give you an idea, because I have a feeling you don't know who I am. And this isn't one of those you should know who I am type of big dog and things. It's just in the reselling community, there's a lot of people that are familiar with me. I run all of eBay's events all over Boston and New England. I'm
Really?
the seller circle leader for Boston for eBay. I've been selling on eBay since 1997. I've been recognized globally for being an eBay reseller. I own an estate sale company. I own an auction house. I'm an auctioneer, licensed real estate agent, personal property appraiser, Amazon seller, everything. So you name it with reselling. I have a
You got
massive,
an extensive resume, man. Wow,
yeah,
that's impressive.
doing it a long time. I mean, I guess what I can say to you is, and I don't charge for courses or any of that crap. I've been selling and doing content creating for a long time. So I've got like 3,000 videos on like TikTok and stuff. I've got about 100,000 followers on Facebook. Um,
Dang.
yeah, I've been doing it a long time. So I mean, do you have any questions on resale? How long you been doing it?
Well, I believe if I'm not mistaken, my eBay account says it was started in 2008, but
Okay,
I just in the last year have really went full fledged with it.
full time.
Doing it full time now. Yes.
Okay. So are
Um,
you one of those people that are open about how much money you make on eBay and reselling?
a little bit, a
No, I'm
little
not
bit. I'll
telling
put
you
it
you
to
should be. So there are
my
certain
chat
people that
saying we
are.
just met a celebrity.
I just tell people all the time I'm a six-figure eBay seller, and I leave it at that. I don't really go too much into the details, but I have a gigantic eBay store. Anyone can check it out. Link in my link tree. I don't hide anything.
Okay, so I will put it to you like this. Since you have made that much, I have kind of set the goal for me I want to do 10K a month.
Okay, it's doable.
So I'm obviously under that. You know what I mean? I'm not at 10K a month. How much volume do you think is required to bring in $10,000 a month off of the bay?
So here's the issue: is you're focusing on the wrong numbers. Okay. Now,
Okay.
I like the 90-day number, and that to me keeps me grounded to know there's numbers I'm trying to hit. But when you log into that eBay account and it says your 90-day is this, your dream is for it to hit 30K, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So while that's great, the two numbers that you need to be focusing on are your average sale price, which you can find out on eBay very easily. That's the number one thing. The other one is going to be your margin, which is a number you can't find out on eBay. You're going to have to just figure that out yourself. By the way, Rich Rod, 2%. Don't ever go over 2%. If you want to go crazy, 2.1%. Don't ever
Really?
go over that. Complete waste of money. You're just handing your money to eBay to go over that.
Wow. I'm shooting myself in the foot then. That's good information right there in
Yeah.
itself.
I will say this. What are you sourcing? That's the number one thing for you. Where are you
I'm a th-
sourcing?
I'm a thrifter, so I go to any and every thrift store, primarily GW. I get items. You shaking his head already. Me and a good friend in my chat were talking about going to the bins on Sunday. That's
Okay. Listen, I'm
probably
not
going
going
to
to
turn
shit on
into a
people who go to the
regular.
bins. The bins are okay. I've never stepped foot in a thrift store in my entire life. I'm one of the few resellers that can say
What?
that.
You've done all that through eBay? You never been into a thrift store?
Not even walked in the door once. Nope. And it's not
Wow.
it's not due to any kind of negativity towards that. I grew up in middle class and we were raised that thrift stores are for poor people and don't take poor people's stuff. Now, obviously things have changed since then and I don't feel that way now and everyone's more knowledgeable on that stuff.
Yeah.
But if you like where are you based by the way? Because that'll
I-
be what I tell you what to do next.
I'm out of New Jersey.
Okay. So if you were in some rural area, and this is where I've gotten a lot of shit throughout my life from people on here, where I tell people not to go to thrift stores, and then they go, "But I live in Nebraska, and there's nowhere else to." Fuck that. So for you, you're in New Jersey.
Yeah.
There is zero reason why you are thrifting and going to thrift stores and paying retail price, because that's what it is, paying
No, no,
retail
no. All right,
price.
so I don't mean to cut you off, but so I only do At GW, I only do the Sunday to $2 and $3 items.
Okay,
I
but how?
primarily am only paying $2 for the items that I get.
Yeah, okay. So do you want to be somebody that does six figures a year on eBay?
Yes.
Okay. So do you think you're going to get there doing $2 and $3 buys with that turn into 15, $20 items?
That's why I was asking about the volume. I think it can be done, but it would take a lot of
Okay.
work.
Your time is the most valuable thing you have. The average sale price is the second thing you need to look at. Do you know what that number is right now?
Not off the top of my head, but you got me wondering. I'm going to
Go,
go definitely check it after I
go
get off live with you.
Go on to eBay. By the way, people don't realize this, but eBay has every single statistical number that you need about your business except how much you paid for your items. It's the only number they don't have. Your average sale price, what you're paying for shipping and handling, all that shit is all there. It's free as having an eBay store. Go in, take a look. That number is going to tell you a lot. If that number is under $25, you have a lot of fucking work to do, man. Okay? That's
I
the
know it's
number.
under that. I know that
Well,
mine is under that.
then you're focusing on the wrong shit. I would
Got you.
rather have you making $5,000 a month, hitting 15,000 for your 90-day, but working on that number. All right? If you want to be the dollar bin guy that buys a pair of pants for $8 and sells it for 20 and ends up making $3 after shipping and handling costs, cool. Cool. I know people that promote that they make 100,000, 200,000 in their 90 days, and they ain't making shit because their margins are garbage. They're buying things for big money and they're making no money. So the only thing that matters in this business is your margin. So when I go to sleep at night, okay, I think about two things, scaling and margin. That's all I care about. What's up, Shandon? I am back. So that's the two things. Everything else doesn't matter. I mean, you're going to have things that happen due to focusing on the right numbers. You're going to hit 30 in your 9 day. You're going to hit 50. You're going to hit 75. You're going to hit 100. It's going to happen, but it's not going to happen overnight. If you keep buying low level dollar bin things, your margins suck. So you have to ask yourself this important question, okay? Think about me. I don't go to thrift stores. I'm doing six figures every year with my fucking eyes closed. What am I doing? What should you be doing? So if I told you right
I
now,
was going to ask.
if I told you right now, every thrift store in New Jersey went out of business, but you had to do this, you had no other choice. This was your profession. You chose it. What are you going to do?
Abandoned storage units is another way that I source items.
Man, dude, the prices for that. I used to be one of the largest storage unit buyers in all of New England for a long time. And then a show came out called Storage Wars. And that took a big, juicy shit all over any profit margin that anyone could make on that. It was a complete waste. So if you want to play that game, you can. But then keep in mind, you got to have a dumpster. You got to be able to get rid of that stuff. There's all these additional costs. Plus, storage units are great for new sellers to learn about stuff. Now, there's a reason I know about Mark's Toys and all these other things that I found in storage units and magazines that I never knew were worth money and all this stuff. I know about this shit because I was buying hundreds upon hundreds of storage units, and now I own this stuff. I have to get rid of it. I have to get knowledgeable. So it's not a bad thing to do to gain knowledge on stuff. But yet again, if you don't hit right, your profit margins suck, and you aren't able to just get in there and get the right items. So now think again. Now you can't go to thrift stores, and you can't do storage units. So how are you going to source?
I should be asking you that, it sounds like. What do you do?
Are you in North Jersey or South Jersey?
I'm in the Philadelphia area, South Jersey.
Okay, so do you see the guy shopsbh.com?
Yes.
Okay, follow him right now.
All right, what is going on here? How does he even know? How did you find me? First off, I'm curious.
You showed up in my For You of just going through lives. I was getting ready. Me and my girl just went and did a whole estate clean out, and now we're going through stuff. And I was checking before have to do a million other things, but I saw her and I was like, I want to see what's going on because I didn't know who you were. And I know who most resellers are, but shopsbh.com. Okay, his name is John.
I did follow too.
Okay, he owns one of the largest estate sale companies in Philadelphia. Okay, all right. So
Yep.
where I'm going to lead you down this road of is estate sales and people who own estate sale companies. All right? I own an estate sale company. He owns an estate sale company. I have more inventory than you could dream of in multiple warehouses, and that's how it has to be because you know why my margins are great? Because most of the time I'm getting paid to take this shit out of houses. As is
Okay,
he.
now we're talking. Now we're talking. I
Okay.
see. Okay.
So, like I told you before, margins are a big thing. So, if you have money and you're looking to spend it, instead of spending it with goodwill and being able to make $12 on a pair of jeans, like who gives a shit? Get it from somebody like me or somebody like John. And if he will get you inventory, that is a huge deal. I don't think you realize that. That's the hookup of all hookups. If I lived anywhere near him, I would be sourcing 75% of my stuff from him. All right? He gets into a million houses in Philadelphia. He's one of the most knowledgeable estate sale company owners I've ever met in my life. And on top of it, just a good dude. He is somebody that I've learned a ton from. And I've been doing this for 29 fucking years. So for me to give props to somebody takes a lot. But good guy, and I'm going to say for him or for anybody that's in that area, like I'll have an estate sale. I'll do a 1 day estate sale. Most of the time I just do 1 day. But think about that. I get a whole entire house. Like I'm talking basement, attic, first floor, second floor, 6 bedrooms. I got 1 day. What do you think happens when the estate sale's over at 2:00? What do you think my prices are like at 1:15?
Pennies on the dollar, if anything,
It's
right?
on the dollar, which means if somebody like you shows up with a box truck, I'm going to give you a fucking hug and the deal of a lifetime.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay? So become friends with every single estate sale company. There are people who are very smart who come to my estate sales. They know my name. They know my social media. They compliment me. They say nice things. But then at the end of it, they go, by the way, I buy records. I buy clothes. I buy this. I buy that. Here's my business card. I save every business card of these people. And if they're smart, do you have a business card?
Actually, I don't.
Okay. Well, here's another thing you need to do. Go on Vistaprint. Costs you $40, $50. Get 500 business cards of double-sided, glossy, the rounded tips. Spend the money. And then on the front, picture of your face so people can recognize you because you're newer. You need that. Okay? Picture your face, maybe a name of a company, a logo, whatever you want to do. But then on the back of it, what you do. I buy X, because if you think I'm going to remember anything about you, I'm not. I'm going to go to your business card. Now imagine you're standing in line in the post office and somebody sees you got a bunch of eBay tape on your packages and they go, hey, wow, well, do you sell on eBay? Oh man, I've got a house full of stuff. Well, instead of going, why, take my number that they're never going to use, you give your business card. Give your business card and you're able to get business. You know how many houses I've gotten and that I've sold from people who have just seen me at the post office or have seen me just like out and about? A lot, because I have that. It's the little things. People don't realize this. Networking, business cards, all of this shit is what makes people into millionaires doing reselling. The people that go to thrift stores and just chunk along, it's a great way to be able to just ride that wave towards check to check. So you have to say to yourself at one point, is this a fucking profession or is this a hobby? Now, if you want this to be a hobby, that's cool. I don't shit on anybody. If you're making an extra $500 a month, I'm not going to say shit to anybody about that because guess what? Your boss isn't going to come in, knocking your door and go, hey, would you like an extra $500? Never going to happen.
Right.
It doesn't happen. So if you're able to, instead of playing video games all day, like most fucking idiots in this country, and they decide to resell instead of doing that, it's the smartest thing you can do. It's a way to be able to turn your hobbies into, and 580 fines, no knock on anybody. But what I'm saying is like, you have to be able to have high margins in order to make this a profession. If you don't, if you're not going after the right things like jewelry, coins, silver, gold, vintage records and vintage clothing and collectibles and vintage toys and and you have to be able to source regularly from people, have these connections. If your liquid capital, all right, if you have the money, thousands of dollars, I'm not talking tens of thousands of dollars, I'm talking thousands of dollars, that someone calls you and says, hey, I've got a house full of stuff. It's all yours for 2 grand. Can you do it right now? If you
Are
can't,
you? Oh, are you asking me that
yeah, if
personally
someone
right
called you
now?
right now and said, "Hey, I've got a whole entire opportunity for you. It's 5 grand." Are you taking that risk?
I don't know if I would take the risk. I have it to take the risk, but I would, I'm not in that lane just yet. I'm getting the information from you now, and I'm definitely, open minded to it. But
It's
I'm,
you need to be careful. You need to be cautious. Okay, very
mhm.
important. Like that's why I say doing storage units is a gamble. There's when I buy something, I don't ever gamble. I make money 97% of the time, and that 3% wasn't that big of a risk that I just took. The reason is because I know I'm spending X amount. I can see that money is right here. And I know I just got another truckload of shit. That's all my profit. Like you have to be able to have it that you just have constant stuff. Like do you have the storage space? Do you have the room to be able to put if you had to put the black and yellow containers from Costco? You know what those look like, those bins?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. If you had 30 bins full of stuff right now out of a storage unit or something, do you have a place to put it?
It'd be tight as hell, but I could put it right behind me in the storage unit I'm in.
Okay, is that where you're running the business out of?
Yes.
Okay. So if that's what you got to
Oh,
do to
I'm,
start
I'm
out,
listening. I just need to turn this light on. You can keep talking.
yeah. I mean, listen, if that's what you got to do to start out is to have it out of a storage unit, then that's great. Do that. I mean, listen, I tell people all the time, there's very little money that you have to spend in order to get in this business. Like if you want to spend up and get a thermal printer, you can, but I didn't for a million years. I got a thermal printer like a year ago. And the only reason I did that is because I my thing got messed up and I needed to get something else, so I got that. But I just did it off my printer for 20 something years. Like there's the barrier of entry is not that high in this business. The question is though, like how serious you want to be. If you want to be serious, you can either dip your toe into the whole thrifting and doing that all the time, like
You see that
no.
comment?
Yeah, well, no, because
You see-
there's a million. Like you haven't seen any of my content. You don't know me from a hole in the wall. But like I've been in this game for a while. Like I talked about not buying a thermal printer for a million years. But I
yeah.
finally did it. And I'm glad I did it. But yet again, like I didn't need it. Like I wanted to be able to run this business as bare bones as possible. But it comes a point where you have to get a warehouse, and then you got to get another warehouse, and then you got to fill your house, and then you got to do a million things, and you got to hire a million people. I did, Biggie. I did finally buy one. See, I'm just saying,
Wow.
like you need to think about your next steps. But if you have somebody like SBH, I would reach out to that guy. His name is John,
For
and see
sure. I
if he
definitely sent him a
has
follow.
yeah, if he has inventory that he can sell you. I mean, do you have something that you specialize in? Are you a clothes guy, a video
Well,
game
yeah,
guy?
clothes. I'm a clothes guy. Yeah.
Okay. So the clothing market sucks right now. Okay? Because there's a ton of it available. And that's the problem. That's the problem is think about it. You got a $60 still tag on it Nike sweatshirt. What do you think you're going to get for that on eBay and how long is it going to take to sell?
25 bucks, maybe a month.
Maybe, maybe. It's not something that like people need to have or that, people buy clothing, buy locally, buy whatever, but it's not something that like there's this fervent market for where it's just a constant craziness of everything selling out. People you sell it on Posh, people do well with clothing, but how many people do you know that make $500,000 a year selling clothing and just clothing?
That's true. I
Not a
mean,
lot.
I do sell. I have many different categories that I sell in, but primarily it is clothing though. And
So,
I would say that's only because it's the easiest, it's the most accessible to me.
but 580 fines is Surfs, is K-Way. Are they making 500,000 a year? Maybe they gross it through WN and these other places, but I mean, that's maybe what they gross. They aren't netting those kind of numbers. If you want to be able to net those kind of numbers, you got to. I mean, listen, you want to. I sell a ton of clothing, but yet again, how to get most of my clothing? I bought out clothing chains. I bought out chains of clothing stores that close. Like you ever hear of The hell's the name of it? Eastern Mountain Sports.
No, I'm not familiar.
Okay, that was a chain that was up near me. There's a few others that closed all up here, and I bought out all their inventory when they closed. Okay, like
Wow.
I did well. There's other people that recently bought out Eddie Bauer. I had zero interest in that, but Mello State and a few other people have done really well doing that. So you have to look for these opportunities. There's money everywhere. There's another guy I follow. His name is Flip Fusion, and he does something that I used to do a lot more. I don't really do it as much, but he does industrial auctions where he'll go to industrial auctions. He'll spend 3 grand on a bunch of industrial equipment and tooling and things, and he'll sell them for 20, 30,000. I mean, he's got
Damn.
I think 1.5 million in inventory sitting in his warehouse. Okay,
Wow.
because he learned that, got really good at it, and that's his thing. You know, we did like for us, jewelry is a big deal. I mean, I'd rather focus on that to go to the jewelry section instead of the clothing section. Like, learn that stuff. You may not, do you know jewelry at all?
Not really. No, I would love to get into that, that category, but no.
You know what it takes to learn that?
What?
Like watching
Coming
tutorials.
across some?
No, coming across some, but watching tutorials, like going on YouTube and like learning from people that do it. Like that's how you are really able to excel. Like to give you an idea, I'll give you a small glimpse into my life. Hold on, let me see, how do I flip the camera?
About to flex on us real quick, man. What you got over there?
Yeah, I'll show you something. Hold on, I gotta see how to swap it
Yeah,
over.
and to be you're right, jewelry is cheaper to ship. I'm definitely taking notes, man. I'm listening.
All right, so this is what
What you
my
got
living room
here?
looks like. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are all vintage toys that I bought out. I had a 84 part series of how I bought 25,000 vintage toys out of a house that caught on fire.
Damn.
Okay, so these are all vintage. These are the stuff that people dream of finding. Like, see that? Okay,
Wow.
that's in the box. Like, these are all
Wait,
original.
wait, wait. Was that an
G.I.
OG
Joes.
GI Joe? That
Yup.
was like, damn.
Yep, this is all that stuff. This is stuff that you won't ever see. Just to give you an idea, some of the stuff, there aren't even photos of these things on the internet. You know how rare something has to be to not have a photo of it on the internet?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, so I mean, like, that's what this stuff is. It's absolutely insane. This is like the only examples of some of these things that you can even find. Like, this stuff doesn't exist, okay? So, like, this is what I deal in. I'll buy in massive bulk of these types of things, these types of figures. So, like, see this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, this guy's worth like $200,
Damn.
and I have 2 of them here. Okay, but that's just one little bag out of the 20,000 toys that we have. It doesn't end. And then this is the stuff that's just got put on eBay by my team, and I got to go through and make sure it was all listed correctly. But this is the kind of stuff that we get out of estates.
Wow.
So like,
It's crazy that you're even coming talking about that. I've never even seen an estate sale. I don't even know how that works. Like, I
super
really am
easy,
gonna
man.
reach out to Shop SBH and try to get some
Talk to
information.
him. But I mean, like, this is the kind of shit that you're not going to see other places. See this?
Mm-hmm.
This is a Betty Boop animation cell, signed by the artist.
Dang. That's
That's out of
crazy.
20. But then look, see, I got 131. I also got 130, and I also got, I think that's 129. I got 3 of them. Okay.
Wow.
Like, these are vintage cookie jars. These are Invicta watches. Like, it doesn't end. Like, you have to understand, like, I get inventory like an insane maniac, but so does John, who's still in here. So, like, this is the kind of stuff, like, I trying to explain to you, like, if you want to be able to, I'm trying to switch this back. I'm not sure how to do it. Hold on. Yeah, I used to be able to know how to switch these things a lot easier. I don't know why this isn't. Well, I'm trying to switch the camera back. I haven't done this in forever. I haven't gone on live in a while just because they keep saying that I'm selling stuff and then they just block me and shit. Um, let's see. Why am I missing this? Where's the button to swap the
I
image?
think if you, oh wow, I'm trying to think how to do it too. Do you have the pencil option down at the bottom?
No, I used to be able to do this super easy. Um, let's see. If I do this, no, that's not it.
Or
That's
my
not
chat
it.
is saying turn it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, now you should be able to flip it.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, beautiful. Okay.
That's
Um,
fire, bro. I really appreciate you even,
if
breaking this down,
if
talking to me and all of
are
that.
you
So
near Springfield, Pennsylvania?
I'm actually not too certain. I don't think it's too far, but I'm not, I don't know the specifics at all. I
Okay,
do see that it says we have a sale Sunday in Springfield though. So
so check that out. Okay, like see, it says right off 476 and 95. So
yeah,
look him up. He has, I mean, good deals and stuff, but keep in mind he has extremely high end stuff, and then he has regular everyday stuff. His focus as an owner of his company is he focuses personally on the really expensive high end shit. That's his business model for him personally. But keep in mind, when you get into a house, very rarely is it 100% the super high end shit. It's like 97% not super high end shit and 3% the really high end shit. He
yeah,
focuses on the 3% and is happy to sell off at unbelievable deals the other 97%. I'm the same way, where I'll deal more. To me, it's, yeah, there you go. Silver, gold, jewelry, artwork, and rugs, all my money. If it's not in those categories, he
he's
doesn't
trying to
give a
get rid
shit.
of it.
He doesn't
Yeah,
give a shit. And he shouldn't have to. He's gotten to a point in his business where he has the right to do what he wants. And he runs his business the way he wants. For me, the way I run my business is if it's under a certain number, it doesn't interest me. If it's under $50, I don't fuck around with it. But yet again, I sell people $50 items for $1, $5 all day if they're willing to put the work in. Like that's just how it works. Like I have no problem doing that. I pass on those deals to resellers. Like resellers will come to my sales and do really well when they know how to play the game. When they bundle a shitload of stuff, there you go. And then I have a clean out team. So I do junk removal too. So we'll
okay,
take everything when the house is empty and they'll take care of that. But then I sell the houses. So
got you.
we do all of it. So like
I was
tonight,
just giving a thumbs up, not to cut you off. Tania is local to me, and she's saying it's only 45 minutes away, which is not. That's nothing.
go to
That's
his
close.
sale. Listen, if I lived anywhere near him, I would. Like, just and he travels. Like his team has been to my warehouse up near Boston. Okay, I'll be having dinner with him next month. Like that's the kind of thing. Like he travels all over the place for deals. I have a rug still sitting in my fucking warehouse for him that he was supposed to pick up a week or two ago, and didn't. But yet again, that's just me complaining that there's a rug sitting in my fucking warehouse. Uh, but yet again, like that's just how it is. So talk to him, go to his sale, introduce yourself. Oh, that's right. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah. Uh, there's a reason we can't walk down one of the alleys in there. I'm gonna have to drag that fucking thing up the hill to my other storage unit that I have to dump that thing in. But yet again, I'm just saying, like, focus on your margins. All right. This is somebody that's been reselling forever, helping somebody that is trying to get in to do it full time because I believe, and I've said strongly, I don't have competition. You're not my competitor. Okay? It does not hurt me whatsoever to teach you everything I fucking know. I am 100% on board of when I started this shit when I was 14 in 1997, and that is true. If you don't have blue glasses, that does help. But when I started this in 1997 at 14, and I told every single one of my friends, I am making so much money off this website called eBay. Not a single person in a school of 1,600 people, and I told everybody, Everybody. Not a single fucking person listened to me. And then what's crazy is I just became known as the eBay guy from all my friends until like 2020 when a little virus came out. No one could leave their fucking house. And then I started cranking out social media videos. And then all of a sudden everybody, Brian, I lost my job in the restaurant industry. I can't, how do I sell? How do I do this? And that's when it just light switched where I went from being like that weird eBay guy to being a professional reseller that people like respected the fact that that's an actual profession. That wasn't the case for like the majority of my life. And I wore that. I'm one of those people that will always, I'll never follow anyone as far as like what they do. I see them. I'm a leader of one. I follow myself. I've taught myself. There was no tutorials on how to do this shit back in 97. There never was. I never watched any of that. I had a few people that helped me along the way, and I'll be forever grateful regardless of how they were or how they treated me. I learned from everybody I could learn from. But now it's the point where I said to myself, as a father of an 8-year-old, I say, I want him to get into this business, but then I want everybody to get into this business. I want to save as much stuff from the landfill. I don't dumpster dive, but I support the hell out of the people that do. I really want to be able to have it that we have a sustainable planet, that people are able, instead of buying something from, Macy's and helping those stockholders, they help you, they help me, they help my family, they help your family. Some struggling single mother in Michigan that is about to get kicked out, but she found a way to a hack to buy something, and retail arbitrage and learning all these terms. There's money fucking everywhere, and the smart people are the ones that realize it's intangible assets. Tangible assets. Thank you, N to the B. That's the thing. I don't mess with stocks. I don't mess with tokens or Bitcoin or any of that shit. I deal in things that I can hold in my hand and resell and get rid of to people and do that. That is my philosophy. That's what I've believed in my whole life. That's what I pass on to everybody. So if you do want, but if you do really want to get into clothing, if that is your thing, someone like K-Way Shop, who he's the clothing guy. What he has been able to do, watching his growth, and I don't know, do you know K-Way?
I think I'm actually following. I've seen the account before. Let me make sure I'm following right
Following
now.
him. Okay. So he is somebody that, seeing where he was when he started and friends with him then, and I always rooted for him because he's a good guy. And there's a lot of people on here that turned out to be real shitbags, and over, 5-6 years of getting to know people, you kind of see who are the people who were knowledgeable, who were willing to stick with this, who were good family people, and who were really willing to share their knowledge. And if I had to make like a top 5 list of those people that really were open to sharing their knowledge, K-Way is on that list. And he didn't have to. He didn't have to.
He
Like
said,
he
I
really
paid for
didn't.
this advertisement.
He had the right to, and by the way, he did things the right way. He built up his audience slowly. He didn't have one hit video that made him hit 100,000 followers in 2 seconds. He built it up slowly, and he built it up through earning people's trust, which is the same method that I believe in and I've gone through. He doesn't do courses. I don't do courses. I'm always wary of the people that do. But he also isn't just on one platform. He's on a bunch of platforms. I'm on a bunch of platforms. I don't have the time to do the live selling like he does. I'm an auctioneer, so I love doing that kind of stuff. But I would rather auction off a whole business than to just, be doing like clothing and that stuff. But he's made that his job. He's made that his profession. He's made it that a ton of people have made money off of what he's done, whether through reselling or saving money from going and buying clothes somewhere else. But the number one thing for him and people like him is consistency. K-Way consistency.
That's dope. I like
That's
that.
something where if you really want to get into this and you want to make this full time, he does clothing. That's his thing. I tell people constantly, if you want to make clothing your thing, make it a small percentage to start out. Don't skip hard goods. He built up an audience. He can do clothing. He's got that right. He's in a small group of people like Surf's Up and him that do clothing. And I'm like, that's your thing. Keep doing your thing. But for anybody else, I say, a lot of the people that just do clothing or just do video games, they walk by a MacBook for $20 that's worth 350. That's the thing. Like, you have to be able to always be looking for where the money is. Like, I really don't enjoy selling clothes. I have a shitload of it because I got great prices on it. You know,
You see
good luck.
that?
Okay, wait. Good luck. You find these. You let me know. These weren't cheap, my friend. But I'm just saying, like, we have a huge group of people in this like family of resellers. So I just learned about you today. I've people that I consider my family are in this chat right now, and there's a lot
Nice.
of us, and we've been friends for 5, 6 years, and a lot of us has never even met. But we know if we ever needed anything, or if somebody needed something, we've done a ton of charitable stuff for people where people needed help. And all of us didn't give a shit. We dropped it and we helped. We did all these things. Whenever anybody in our community needs something, we are there for them. We know about each other's lives and families, and we don't gatekeep and we don't shut people out. As long as you're not an asshole, we're happy to have people in there. As long as people aren't negative or racist or cruel or sexist or anti-Semitic or whatever the hell, as long as people are good, we're happy to have them as part of it. So follow a bunch of these people. Juan, retired and reselling, another good guy. Okay? That's somebody else you should follow. Like, there's a lot of people that been doing this for a very long time that I can't stress enough. The community on TikTok is fucking amazing. But
Yeah, for sure.
you have to be willing to learn. Like, I've been doing this for 29 years and I don't know everything. I don't. I learn shit all the time. I send pictures to John all the time about rugs. I don't know shit about rugs. John, should I take this rug? It's going to be thrown in a dumpster if I don't take it. Yeah, take it. Okay, it's worth $500. Awesome. Like, there's all these different categories of things. If as long as you stay doing this, you bring people in. Like, I'm the eBay seller circle leader for Boston. I do events all the time for eBay on eBay's website where I'll host events where we teach stuff. Like, eBay has things called like the winter seller check-in or the spring seller check-in. Are you familiar with any of that stuff at all?
I'm not. No.
So if you
Mm.
want to learn about eBay, they have it. It's a 2 hour thing once a quarter. And every time they have one, I'm doing a speaking engagement on that eBay event. So if it's a winter seller check-in or something, a networking session, whatever it is, you will see me, my picture and my name on there doing a speaking engagement about something. Whatever they need me to talk about, they can literally throw a dartboard at a topic and I can give 30 minutes on it with my eyes closed. So I do that for eBay as a way of saying thank you for them for everything they've done for me and my family over the last 29 years. I don't get paid for it. I do it because it's the right thing to do. I like teaching people like you. So, I mean, if you have questions, not just to me, anytime in the future, send me a message, post a video, tag me. If you have something you want to know, tag John, Shop SBH, tag K-Way, tag Juan, retired and reselling. There are all these people. I'm telling you, they're here to help. You just have to.
I've been following as you've been talking different people in the chat because you got my chat blowing up right now, man. You got a bunch of your people in here, so I'm sure. But I just want to say I've seen so many people saying thank you for the info. I like your
We don't
vibe.
get
You're a
we
cool
don't
dude,
gatekeep,
man.
man.
Like,
That's the thing. Like, I know that if you make an extra $1,000 next month off of knowledge that I gave you, I don't lose $1,000.
right, right.
Okay? If you're able to help support your family, like, I'm a big, like, you ever see the TV show The Good Place?
No, I haven't. I'm not a
So
big
one
TV watcher, but
so it basically, like, the overall of that show is every time in life you do something wrong or negative, you like lose points. Okay, like
okay.
negative points. So, you don't recycle, or you throw something out your window or whatever, or you swear or what. But every time you do something good, you have positive points. Okay. Now, I'm not a spiritual person or any of that stuff. I do believe in karma and those things. But for most of my life, I would have been in the negative because I only cared about myself. Really did. Like, I focused on me, cared about me, support me, make sure my bank account is good, fuck everybody else. Okay? And that was my mentality for a long time. I went through a lot of stuff. And I was able to work through that and realize it took me, a while to realize I'd be a much happier person. I was miserable. I'd be a much happier person if I focused on making other people money, if I focused on making other people's lives better, if I focused on being a better person, I would find happiness. And I have. And it's due to the fact that I realized I had so much knowledge that no one in my life appreciated. From my ex-wife to my family to anybody, like no one really was like, "Oh man, you know what the first appearances of are all these comic books, and you know which sports cards are valuable, and like I had all this knowledge of things like Dynamite magazine. I know who's on the cover of the first like 100 issues. Like I knew all this stuff because I've been selling all these things forever, and I didn't realize that I was sitting on a treasure trove of knowledge that it was my superpower. And it took me a long time to be able to finally figure out that like I can help others. And I it wasn't through donating money and a blank check and being anonymous and that stuff. And I do that shit too. I realized the best thing I can do to really change people's lives is by doing lives. And I used to do 5-hour lives every night. Okay?
Wow.
Now, I was single at the time, so I had the time to do it.
Yeah.
Now I am definitely not single. So yeah, so I don't have the time to really go live really ever. I have like 5 different companies that I run, all involved with selling stuff, whether it's properties or personal property appraisals or whatever. It's just a matter of I have no time for anything. But those lives helped me tremendously. Gained me a lot of friends of people that I'm still friends with to this day. By the way, Jason Sells, another person you should follow. If you want to learn, by the way,
Yeah, I'm seeing
that
him
guy,
more and more on my
just
FYP and
just
all of that.
just so you know, he has a full profession. He's like a reseller, but he's an expert in selling toothbrushes.
Okay,
Okay, I'm
that's
just telling
different.
you, like yet again, there's a niche for everything. All right. Is this see? Even Rich Rod knows. God, fucking Jason, you're a toothbrush guy. People know who you are. That's so fucking ridiculous. It really is. But yet again, like that's the thing. If once you start following a lot of these people and watching their videos, and you'll start to see, like I think something like I don't know. Before my account got banned, I had like I think 2,000 videos or something. If you go on my Instagram, all my videos are there. I have like 3,000, 4,000 videos there. I think on TikTok I have like 2,000 plus. But yet again, you can go through and I try to teach people stuff. I strapped a GoPro to my chest at my estate sales so you can see what it's like being an estate sale company owner and dealing with customers. I negotiate like a fucking maniac. If you go real far back, you'll be able to see when I was at flea markets, just being because I love negotiation. It's my favorite thing on the planet Earth is to negotiate. I would like to legitimately just negotiate all day, every day, which is why I'm an estate sale company owner. It's a new negotiation every 30 seconds. I have no fear of public speaking. I love anything that involves like dealing with people or even confrontation. I love confrontation. I'm not afraid of it whatsoever. I'm not afraid of the fight. I have no fear of anything. Nothing. There's nothing I'm afraid of. Bring it on. I've been through everything. I went through kindergarten through 12th grade of public school. There's nothing that anyone
Right.
could do or say to me. And I went through that as a big dude. Trust me when I tell you, there's nothing that anyone could say or do to me as a 43-year-old that I haven't already had 10,000 times worse. So I got to go in like a couple minutes, but is there anything that you found in your reselling journey that's been like really tough for you or you really need to like get past?
Wow. I mean, you kind of answered a lot of it, just being able to be consistent with the sourcing and having the items to even sell. But you kind of answered that with, a couple of the people that are in the chat that I'm now following. I'm gonna, connect with and all of that. Other than that, I think you told me about promotion fees. I'm throwing some money away with that. Yeah, I
2%.
got it.
2%. You want to get fucking crazy? 2.1. Okay, you really want to
I
go
literally just
nuts?
posted a video about this, and my live chat co-host just entered and she's listening into us, and we're gonna definitely have a talk about this one, I'm sure. But you've answered a lot of questions, bro. Thank you. I gotta really honestly, thank you, man. You done gave a bunch of information. My chat is appreciative of it. Like, definitely gonna stay connected, and I'm gonna check out your videos and all of that you're
Re-
talking about.
Reach out to me, and yet again, can't stress enough. You have a gigantic community behind you. You may not realize it. Like, I didn't know who you were an hour ago, but I saw what you were talking about. I saw you were talking about reselling, and I need people to understand that, like, you're not alone. You may be working out of a storage unit by yourself, but at any moment you can go live, or you could, see someone else's live and know that there are people that are there to help you that you can ask these questions to. Like, you can drop questions at any time through my email, or even through chat, or even comments in my videos. When I sometimes I miss them, to be honest, because I post 3 videos a day. I have a social media team, so
Okay.
I have 3 videos posted every single day. As long as they're up to date on my videos, which they're probably not, because I just got back from being international. So I was gone for like a week and a half. So now that I'm back, I got to cut up some more videos. But yet again, like, you have the ability that if you want to make this a profession, you can do it. But you have to focus on the smart things, which is your margins. Going to thrift stores isn't going to cut it, man. You want to do bins and do stuff by the weight, cool. But going there and buying, $8 pair of pants and selling it for 17.99. I mean, if you like dollar bills, but you shouldn't be selling stuff below a certain amount. If you're not going to make a certain amount, you shouldn't be doing it. Like, that's just the mentality you have to have.
Definitely. Hey man, like I said, I appreciate the information, man. I know you probably a busy man.
I got it. Listen, I was 2 hours ago. I was supposed to list a property for sale. I was supposed to list it yesterday, and begged her to let me wait till today. But I was all day. I was stuck in an estate in somebody's home that I had to clear out an entire house of stuff. So
Honestly, that's what I really am aspiring to. I want to use the capital that I create from reselling to get into real estate, man, and do like bigger deals, buy low, sell high. You know what I mean?
well,
Like,
flipping
so
properties is a whole other beast.
for
Okay.
sure, for sure.
So I recommend stick to one thing, which is reselling. But if you want to take the profits from that and put it into buying properties to then rent out, and then next thing you know, you have a portfolio. Like, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I am 43 this year. I just turned
Oh,
43.
we're the same age.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
I've been focusing on this for a long time. I have a portfolio of properties because I put all my money into real estate. So that's the thing. Have a goal. If you want to have 2 properties by the time you're 50, then figure out what you need to do to do that. By the time you're 47, like, just have some sort of reasonable goal if that's what you want to do. It's the people who go, I want to have a $2 million house by the time I'm, 35, and they're like 32 and they have no money in the bank. It's like, well, good luck, man. You
Yeah,
could
for
maybe get
sure.
it with no money down, and you owe everything for the rest of your life. You have to focus on the important things. It's your margins is the most important thing. And if you have somebody like John who's willing to hook you the fuck up, take advantage of that. But then also, here's another thing. Does everybody on your Facebook, do they all know that you're doing this for a living?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately,
So so
we just, I
I'm
had
going
a
to give you
talk
some
and I want
homework
to,
assignments, okay?
go
You
ahead, go
ready?
ahead. I'm listening.
Okay.
Yep.
Homework assignment number 1. Okay, look what he said. Bring a truck Sunday. He's not fucking around. No, I'm
I
being
know he's
serious with you, man.
not. I know
Okay?
he's not.
All right? He's not fucking around. And when I tell people that shit too, I'm not fucking around. Like, you have to understand, like, you're dealing with people who do very well reselling in life and have more inventory than God. Okay? And when we're telling people, hey, we're going to take advantage of you, of a deal that we're getting, because we're getting these houses of, like, full of shit, it's all going to end up in a landfill, or it's going to end up with you. Where do we think we want it to end up with? So keep that in mind. But here's your to-do list. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Number 1, business cards.
Oh, for sure. I
Okay,
understand the importance of that. Yeah.
business cards. So, and if you need to, by the way, if you need, do you have a logo or a business name?
I'm using Worth More Than You Think right now. It may evolve into something else.
My
It's
advice is it's
this.
too long.
Okay.
Okay, simplify it. My company name is The Estate Kings. It's not hard to know what I do for a living. Worth More Than You Think might be 25 different. I could ask the chat right now if you didn't know what he did and the company's name is Worth More Than You Think, would you think it's an appraisal company? What would you think his business is? Because I would think it's an appraisal company. So, you may want to think about changing that. I mean, I'm not trying to change your whole business or whatever, but I mean, think about it. Because the second I hear that, I think I'm on a game show. I think you're either doing that or you're doing, yet again, relationships. You're worth more than you think. You can get that girl. You can if you really want to make this right, spend $20 a month on ChatGPT, but get the better version of ChatGPT. Go in there, ask it to make you say, ChatGPT, here's what I'm doing for a living. Can you give me 50 name ideas for my business? Okay? And they'll give you 50
Gotcha.
names. And then pick one that you like or take one word from one thing and put that together. Hey, ChatGPT, I've decided that the name of my company is going to be X. Can you make me a logo? Great. It'll do that for you. Okay? Yeah. And it'll do that all for you tonight if you really wanted to. You would get all that done tonight. Business name, logo, all that shit. Then once you've done that, business cards. Then once you've done that, you go onto Facebook. Okay? You want to do a video? Cool, but it's really the words and the text. Hey, everybody, I'm a professional reseller. I'm looking for inventory. Does anyone have stuff that they need cleaned out? I'm doing free cleanouts. Do you have a garage or an attic full of stuff that you need? I'm going in there. We're going in. We'll take the stuff. Please reach out to me. Here's my phone number. Okay? Exhaust that for a couple weeks. When that's done, hey, my name's David. I take consignments. Do you happen to have a collection of things that you don't have the time to sell and you want to get out of your house? Well, reach out to me. I'll take it on consignment. Do you have any idea the kind of crazy shit that we get contacted for, that we sell for people on consignment? Do you know how much it costs to get that inventory?
Basically nothing, right? You're gonna be
Oh, it's not basically nothing. It's nothing.
nothing. Yeah, exactly.
Nothing. Okay? They're fulfilling, they're giving you the inventory. So they fulfill what they have to do. Now all the onus is on you to do all the fucking work. You're listing it, you're selling it, you're splitting the money, you're paying the taxes, you're doing all of that out of your 50%. But the benefit is you didn't pay shit. Do you know how many
Hmm.
companies are insanely killing it right now, taking 100% consignment? They're not sourcing shit. Okay, now are they making 100% of the money? No, but they spent nothing. And do you know
Yeah.
do you know how much stuff I give to consignment people all year? Truckloads of shit. Truckloads. Do you know why? Because I don't have the fucking time to deal with it. So I'll give it to them. They're thrilled. I'm thrilled to get rid of it. Whatever I get for it is great because my margins are
Zero.
correct. I got the stuff for free.
Yeah,
I'm
you
giving
got
it
it
to
for
someone for
zero.
free, and then I'm getting a check.
Yeah,
And you know
definitely
what
makes
that
sense.
you know what the best part is? Rinse, fucking, repeat. Do you know how many calls I get per day for estates?
I'm in.
I get 5 a day on average. 5 a day. And of those, I usually turn down 75% of them, sometimes 100% of them. And I'll even say to them, hey, we'll do your clean out. And I'll turn those from a call for an estate to pay us to take all your shit on one phone call. They went from thinking they were going to making money to spending money with my company, where then I get everything I want for free and I get rid of everything else for them. Like
That's kind
there's
of
so
genius,
many
man. That's kind
there's
of
so many
genius.
levels to this, man. If you're in that area, guess what? There's a shitload of people moving and selling their properties. You could be the clean out guy there. You could be the person that's going and selling it. You could do whatever the fuck you want. You just have to choose which path. You can't do everything. All right?
For sure.
I tried to do everything. And I realized I needed to subcontract a lot of stuff, which I do. But yet
I need
again,
to turn
like
this light on. I'm listening though, bro. My My light's on a timer. My bad. I'm listening. Go
No,
ahead.
I get it. Listen, saving money.
Right. Exactly.
But yet again, if John's telling you to bring a truck, bring a fucking truck. All right? Bring some cash, bring a truck, and he's going to take care of you. You seem like a good dude. We're always, listen, this community, there's a bunch of shitheads and there's a bunch of really good people. It takes a little while sometimes to sort them out, and I'm not going to name the people who I think are really not good people, but you'll figure that out for yourself. But there's a lot of people who are amazing. And you'll see, it's the people who have their hand out. Those are the ones that you want to stay away from. Okay? The ones that are looking to give and looking to help, and those are the ones. It's not hard to tell who is who. Okay? It's not.
Definitely.
DW, I come on. It's pretty obvious to tell the people that have not helped this community at all. I mean, it's pretty clear. I've been doing this since 2020. How many times have I asked people for shit? I am DW. I am home now. So yet again, like, go out of your way, follow people, make yourself known, and bring a fucking truck to his sale. Okay?
I got you, man. I heard that one loud and clear.
Then to promote the living shit out of him. So what you do is when you go there, video what you're doing, show what you're doing, promote what's going on, and tag Shop SBH. Like, that's a big deal. Like, for him to do that, that's the least you can do. So promote him, because he's not going to tell you to do it. So I'm going to tell you to fucking do it. All right? And
I record content everywhere I go anyway, man. So
he doesn't need it. You know, he doesn't. Look what he said. You can have it all. It doesn't sell. You can have it. Okay.
That's crazy.
All right. So
for sure, I appreciate it, man.
So if I were you, I'd show up at what time's the sale till, John? 2. If the sale's till 2, go there at like 12 or 12:30, and start walking around. Introduce yourself. Remind him of this conversation. He's one of the few people that I have zero doubt will honor what he says. There's not, listen, not everybody's as honorable as he is. 12:30. Go there.
Hey, thank you, Brian, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna send Shop SBH a message right after I end this live.
Yep.
You can't forget the beer, but I'm gonna reach out anyway.
And then we're gonna work on that too.
Nah, the beer is. I love the beer.
All
man.
right, fine. All right.
Thank you, though, bro. I
appreciate
appreciate it.
He's in New Jersey.
Man.
I'm out of Boston.
For sure,
But if you need anything, or people in your community need anything, reach the fuck out. Okay?
You hear that, chat? You hear that, chat? Anybody in here? They're lending a helping hand. So
we're happy to help. That's the whole part of this. Now I have to, before I'm going to go to fucking sleep. I have to get this property listed. This woman's been yelling at me for 2 days to list this fucking property, so I got to get this on the market. Yeah.
Yo, thank you once again. Let me fill you up. That was incredible right there. So
happy to help, man.
Appreciate
and if you see I'm live, if you want to jump on one of the times I'm live, I don't go live as often because I have never been this busy that I have to get on the market. So it's just
before you go, real quick, I was trying to gift you while you were in the live, dropping all these jewels. For some reason, it wouldn't let me. So I'm gonna definitely come in your live and support when you go live, man.
That's all I can ask. I greatly appreciate it. So to everybody watching, give him a follow. And I have a feeling at some point soon you're going to have a new name. Seriously, ChatGPT, put that up, and then once you pick that name, go on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, YouTube, every one of those, and make sure that name's available. So pick something that's a little off, maybe a letter's different or whatever. That night, that before you promote that's who you are, go on every single thing, lock that name down. That's why I'm Kings of eBay on literally fucking everything. I'm the only person that eBay allows to use the word eBay in all of their socials and everything. Do you have any idea how fucking difficult that was to accomplish?
That is crazy.
Do you know how difficult it is to be promoted on eBay's website, running a group on eBay known as Kings of eBay? Not a fucking easy thing to do. I've earned that through a long life of reselling. So, Yet again, I'm happy to help you whenever you need it. I've been an OG in this game for a long fucking time, and I'm happy to help anybody who asks for it. And just like Harry Potter said, for anybody who follows that, it's, anyone who deserves it gets the help. That's how it works. That's how he
fire,
said it.
Man.
It used to be anybody who asks, But just like in Harry Potter, he says if he could have amended it, it would have been anybody who deserves it. You deserve it. You're a good dude, and I'm sure a lot of people who follow
Thank
you
you,
are the
man.
same.
Appreciate that.
Keep going,
Appreciate that.
man. Keep going. Your margin,
Thank you.
business
Yeah.
cards, all this stuff. Have my conversation rolling your head. Scalability, margin, scalability, margin, scalability, margin. Over fucking every time. Before you go to sleep at night, 2 questions you ask yourself. How can I increase my margin? How can I scale my business? Every other thing is fucking noise. Scale and margin, scale and margin, scale and margin, scale and margin.
Scale
Okay?
and margin. I got you. I got you, bro.
Good night, my
Thank
friend.
you. Have a good night.
You too.
What? What? That was so dope. Wait, let me. If he's still in here, yeah, love one another. What just happened? Tammy, he found me. I we got talk. Yes, I intend to. I'm gonna download this whole live and I am gonna repost it so we can catch all that information again. That was action packed. That was information packed. That was all of the alls. That was everything right there. Tammy, oh my goodness. Wow, wow, just wow. Thank you guys. I don't know what just happened. That was so